I was in the Marine Corps from 1955 to 60, but in 1957 to 59, I qualified to participate in a new program they had for embassy security personnel, and the Marine Corps signed an agreement with the State Department to staff every embassy and those bigger consulates around the world with security personnel to maintain access control to these facilities. I was so happy because I was constantly referred to as someone who was in the Marine Corps on embassy duty, so you knew what an ambassador was and what the Secretary of State was, and we learned the chain of command while you were an embassy Marine. As an embassy Marine, I served in Vienna, Belgrade, Copenhagen, and Geneva in the 2.5 years I was on the program. And then I returned to the Fleet Marine Force and set at anchor on a transport to invade Cuba in 1960. And we set at anchor for 90 days because we never did land. But we were a regimental landing team ready to invade Cuba. Well, we never invaded Cuba. President Kennedy had other ideas about the Bay of Pigs later on, so we never became that part of history. Well, the thing ended, and there was nothing for us to do except look at movies, and the screen was about the size of a postage stamp way on the front mast of the ship, and we were just slave Marines way at the back. The ship's crew was first, the officers were first, the Marine officers were first, and you couldn't even hear the sound because the wind's blowing, and you're sitting there on the open deck of a ship, and that's all we had to do. And they said, well, we could go swimming over the side. They dropped cargo nets, and we all were naked, and there was nobody there, so we went swimming, and I looked up, and there was a Marine with an M1 rifle, and I said, what is he doing? They said, oh, he's the shark watch. I said, what? We're swimming, and there's sharks here? And they said, well, you know, he's going to protect us. I said, not me, and I climbed out, and here I am. And anyway, I got back in, became an agent, and I was so proud.
This has been a DS Public Affairs Oral History with former Special Agent Lou Diener.